All right, greetings everyone. It's June the 19th, the year 2017. We had a thunderstorm come through here this morning and knock out our primary internet. I'm hoping that my backup internet is still working. I'll find out here in 10 minutes or so. In any event, I went to the post office box this morning. I went to the P.O. post office to mail some letters, and in the P.O. box I found a couple of letters from the Department of Justice, and I just wanted to document yet more returned prison letters. I spent a lot of time printing these letters, manually writing the addresses. I used to use mailing letters, mailing stamps, or mailing stickers for the return address. I can't even do that anymore. But as you can tell, this one was to Russell Landers. There's nothing inside it from the DOJ saying why. They just said it's not acceptable. So I can't even send him books anymore. So, if I want to send Russell Landers a book, I got to find a friend outside of Aaron and I, and somehow get them the money. And the friend can send the book, but they won't let me speak to Russell Landers at all, which I think is, the tyranny. If you can't see the tyranny in our prison industrial complex, that they won't let these prisoners have a voice, then there's something wrong with your worldview. I mean, Russell should have a voice, right? And if they're standing on the truth and they're not afraid of what they did to him, well, just let him say whatever he's going to say. But they must be terrified of the words that are going to come out of Russell Landers' mouth, to block me like that. But that's one letter they blocked. I got this one from the, you guys see that? I don't know if it focuses. Department of Justice. I don't know what MRTC is. Is that the initial of the people that it's sent to me? If you open up this letter, it says return correspondence. It was to Schaefer. So now they're blocking a letter to Schaefer. So let's see if they give a reason. It says Francis Cox. Return correspondence. It says your correspondence contains information pertaining to another inmate which poses a threat to the security, good order, and/or discipline of the institution. Program statement 5265.11 states, the warden may reject correspondence sent by or to an inmate if it is determined detrimental to the security, good order, or discipline of the institution. And it's signed Be True. So Be True is joined up with Warden Julian in blocking my letters. I don't think they permanently blocked me from Schaefer, but if you look at this letter, let's see what I sent him. So that's so dangerous, right? We had in support of Schaefer Cox number 10. This is Ray Southwell. So this is the article that Ray Southwell wrote, and I sent him that. So they didn't want Schaefer to see the Ray South. They could have given him. Now this is what I guess they're concerned about. But I sent him screenshots from yearofjubilee.com. I said, still have a lot of work to do, right? And so I'm sending him screenshots of all the prisoners. There's Schaefer's picture. And then I asked him if he, what his arrest date was. And he has replied. I sent him, we're advocating for Skylar Barbeau, Charles Dyer, Jeffrey Winehouse, Russell Landers, Bryce Matthew Quellar, Ed Brown, Elaine Brown. All of this is public information. Jason Gerhard, Daniel Riley, Blaine Cooper, Jason Patrick, Lonnie Vernon, Karen Vernon, and Pete Santilli. And then I mentioned some books. These are all screenshots from the website, right? Ken Hoven's book, The Kennel. I show him some screenshots. So that's all this is, It's just screenshots from the website, and of course his business card right there. So, I spent a lot of time taking these screenshots, printing them out in black and white, mailing it off to the prisoners, and it just takes them a second to the warden doesn't allow that. And all of that information that you saw in those letters was public knowledge. That's not like passing private messages between criminals. That's all public knowledge. But yet if you can't see the tyranny that's going on with this prison industrial complex, and they won't let any communications come out of these guys, that means they are terrified that, you know, there's going to be a case made of their abusiveness and their lawlessness. They're the ones who are implementing tyranny on the American people and imprisoning innocent men and women and breaking up families. They're the one who are doing this, not us. But let it go down, and for the record, that more prison letters have been rejected to Russell Anders and Schaefer Cox. And I don't know about you guys, but it's just these guys, the Lord God Almighty will offer out justice to everybody, and I can't wait for that day. In closing, I'll say the last line of peaceful defense between a tyrannical government and the defendant is jury nullification. Educate yourself about jury nullification so you can know when to not only judge the facts of the law, but to judge the law itself. The law itself may be unconstitutional. Take care.